even working or something? Don't tell me it needs to charge. Swear to God. I think this one I need to charge.
Okay, so it should be working fine just now. So, yeah. Okay, I literally thought this, my camera is froze up already. So, yeah. So, yep, I don't know when. I think since March, somewhere around the mid-March or the early April, I've been hearing all about those new bus network that they're gonna resume, but in a different way. Look like I heard the news from NBC 10 from Philadelphia, saying all those about the two new routes, discontinuing the bus extension, all that stuff. So yeah, and today this will be the phase one of the SEPTA's new bus network. So yeah, I'm going to put my phone on do not disturb before I do that. There we go. Now my phone is not disturbed. So yeah. So this page has already been updated since April 2026, which is this month. So they are talking about more frequency service, simple route, better access. So the last time they did was they have the bus routes that have letters turn into a normal routes. So that means buses gets numbers and metros gets letters. So this already been happened since last last year, since February, right? Like a few months before its service cuts due to lack of funding. So yeah. I don't know if I could able to. No, I don't think so. But I did have that going through. Funny that y'all guys going through short videos on YouTube. I have that. While I have this recording us doing my streaming on that list as well. So yeah, let's go ahead and begin. So before, well, actually, so this one is more frequency service, simple route, better access every day. Started this August, SEPTA will roll out changes to our network that will offer more consistent and frequent service, more direct routes, and improved connection, re- Read on to learn about new bus network plans. Why the new bus network? I don't know. Well, we'll see. How people travel has changed over time, and it's time for our bus network to to change too. Set this new bus network, redesign service around today's travel pattern, putting buses where riders need them most. The result is a more reliable service that reach more people. Wait less, with buses arrive more often and more service on night and weekends. Get around easier. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Getting around easier with simple route. Well, to some people who always takes the bus, like the 89, that's one that's going to be discontinued due to a lot of bus routes now being duplicated on the Route 89 line branches. So there's the reason why the 89 getting discontinued due to other bus routes not being duplicated on the same line that the 89 goes through. So that means I already know which street they will be having no bus service. I know one at B Street and the other one at Tioga Street. Well, Tioga Street between B and G Street. Travel with more confidence, a stronger connection with other bus routes and transit service. New on-demand stop-to-go zone, increase access and connectivity in the suburbs. So after I was reading those maps of this, let me see if I could try to. Yeah, I was looking at those maps. So yes, the Arctic is continuing Route One, but that's going to be on Phase Two. That goes between 54th and City Avenue to Parks Casino. So last time they were planning to have the Boulevard Direct running more frequent between Frankfurt Transit Center and the Chamonix Mall. But for this type of the bus network, they're gonna extend the Boulevard Direct from Frankfurt Transit Center to West Higgin Transit Center. That'll be on Phase Two. But right now we're gonna be talking about Phase One. The Phase Two will be on next other Tuesday because next Thursday I'm gonna be doing another live stream, but doing the MBTA Roblox bus driving. So yeah, they're still gonna have three, but that part that the threes will is gonna be on Phase Two as always. But enough of those. How we get it done? The rollout of the bus network will take places in phases. We're getting ready to start with the first three phases, which makes up our fiscal year. I don't know if I say this type of word right. If I said it wrong, let me know in the chat. Fiscal year 2027 annual service plans. This plan will be presented at April 2026 annual service plans open hours and hearing. So as I was meeting with my new VR counselor, and since I currently live in Bowling Green, Kentucky, I used to live in Philadelphia for until 2012. So I'll say like a couple of months after I was born and raised in North Bergen, New Jersey. And as I was been hearing about like planning and developing, like like doing like a bus revolution network, like like adding new routes, make bus routes more frequently, discontinuing due to low ridership or other bus route being duplicated to the other routes, or either extending, just like what SEPTA is doing right now. But to me, for here, I'll say it's kind of like going to be more different than SEPTA. But right now, I just gotta hear more from my VR counselor starting from this Thursday. And I also planning to go to WKU to take classes for planning and developing, video and editing, and computer tech. But I don't know when that's gonna happen. I already get my financial aid, but for some reason, I just got me and my mother they got confused on everything about you know when the fact that you have to invite someone to my financial to the financial aid the student credit like mine's already get my financial aid since March ever since I just came back from and of course this headset is dying. I have no clue if there. I have no clue if my other headset is still it's still working fine. So that's good. So yeah. Anyway, so this is a phase one August highlight. So for phase one, well, I know I did say this actually is supposed to be phase one only, but we're gonna read those type of phases as well. And this, but anyways, let's go into phase one. August 2026 highlights on phase one. So this is the month of my birthday. So on that day, on this month, hopefully, I'll be able to go to Philly for my birthday to improve implementation. I don't think I probably might gonna say incorrect. The implementation of two new bus routes. Route 72, they've been talking about the Route 72 adding since the previous bus revolution or the bus network back from 2024. So they already did the bus net. Again, they already did the bus network, which is the fact for like all the bus routes that has letters. Like y'all remember the route L, the J, the R, the H, X, H, the G. Now they got numbers now. It already been happened since the late February, and by the time we get to March, they had to pause the bus network due to the fact that they're on facing the funding crisis from that day. So yeah, they still doing the routes. They still going to add the new two new routes on phase one. One is the Route 72, and the other one is the Route 676. If y'all were talking about the bus routes that have letters, here's the routes that used to have letters by now. Well, now they don't have no letters no more. They have numbers. There's I believe Route G, Route H, Route J, Route K, Route L, Route R, Route XH. So we have Route G is now Route 63. That's still run frequent. Route H is, has already become Route 71. Route J has become Route 41. The K's still remain. They were supposed to combine. The Route K were supposed to combine by the Route 26 and 65. But they were actually talking about it from the previous bus network. But for this bus network that I'm going to be showing you guys about, they're going to leave the K alone. So let's get back to the letters thing. So Route L has turned into Route 51. Route Route R has been turned into Route 82, and the XH has already turned into 81. So that means the K is remaining as the letter routes. The only letter routes that would be Route K that goes between Air Transit Center and Ridge and Malvern or Midvale. Midvale, I think. Yeah, Midvale. I'm pretty sure the Route K is got to be the crosstown. Not just the 26, but the Route K also got to be to the crosstown, just like the 89, which is the one that'll be discontinuing according to not the funding crust, the new bus network. So let's get back into that. The implementation of two new bus routes, Route 72 on Chapman Avenue, connecting Frankfurt Transit Center and Cedarbrook Plaza, and Route 76, providing service between North Philadelphia and South Philadelphia along Whittaker Avenue, G Street. G Street, that's where the 89 usually pass through. Frankfurt Avenue and Delaware Avenue. Key extension including Route 45 to the Navy Yard and Route 79 to University City. So Route 45 usually ends at Braddock, Oregon. So until August, they're gonna have they're gonna extend the Route 45 from Braddock, Oregon, go further south to the Navy Yard, where the Route 17 usually goes to. And y'all were saying that, but don't think that the Route 17 goes to the Navy Yard. What I heard from Route 17, they're gonna shorten from the Navy Yard through 20th at Johnson. And for the 49 currently passing through the University City. I don't, but I most likely they don't go to 40th. They don't enter 40th Market, but they do pass the Amtrak station, 30th Street Amtrak station, and I'm pretty sure they do goes to University City, but I I'm pretty sure they're probably not gonna go through University City no more. But kinda, but they're gonna end at 40th Street Portal, where they meet with the T2, T3, T4, and T5 line at 40th Street Station when they came out of tunnel. Like the Route 30 usually meet them at. And I'm pretty sure Route 30 will be discontinuing, but they will have to Route 49 will end here. So Route 79 is another line that will be extending. Currently, they end at uh, 29th at Snyder. So they're gonna have the Route 79 go further from 29th at Snyder, past through University City to end at 40th Market. The alignment changes to Route 25, 57, and 64, and more. So the 25, I think at the 25, great. Oh wait, no, okay, I'm good. So here's the Route 17 that I'm talking about. So the Route 17 will be shortened from the Navy Yard to 20th at Johnson. So starting this fall, Route 17 will now only goes between Farmer Market and 20th at Johnson. Route 17, I don't know why it says 73 or 27. I don't know why. 17, Route 17 usually goes to Penn's Landing. But due to the fact that they're doing a construction going on at Penn's Landing, they have to reroute all the lines that usually serve to East Center City. Like the Route 5, we're now going to be ending at 12th and Market, not 12th, 2nd and Market. 17 will ends at front of Market as long as the Route 44. 44 usually ends at 5th and Market, but they have that extended to front of Market. The 33 also goes to Penn's Landing. They decided to have that go shortened to 5th and Market. 21 goes to Penn's Landing. They decided to have that to end at 2nd at Dock Street, somewhere around Columbus at Dock. The 42, I don't know where they end at. I know they used to go to Penn's Landing. Well, it usually goes to Penn's Landing, but I forgot where they're gonna end at. So yeah, here goes to Route 25. So according to that, it looks similar what just happened during the funding crisis. So the 25 is going to be like the similar like they do right now. during the funding crisis. Have the 25 goals continue on straight to Aramingo instead of just turning at Lehigh Avenue. This time they're gonna turn at York Street. Looks like this has got to be the those lines. Well, I don't believe. Hold on, let me. So this has got to be those lines where the route 89 usually. Hold on, let me go ahead. Let me crap. Can I? Okay, there we go. Erase. Draw. So here, right here, this is where Route 89 usually goes to. And it looks like it's going to be happening, going to do the same thing like they did to the funding crisis, but this time they're going to have Route 25 more running more frequent and becoming the new night owl service. And not just that, they're going to shorten the 25 from Columbus Common all the way to Spring Garden Station for the L line. The Route 76 will take over that Columbus Boulevard. So let's go ahead and hit back. The 57, 64 and more. What I heard from, there we go. So frequency improvement to routes, Route 6, 46, 47, 49, 57, and 64. So that's going on. So let's go ahead and head to phase 2. The implementation of SEPTA, first SEPTA Go Zone in Peoling and Westchester, and the Route 142 connecting King of Prussia and Exton. Expansion of the Boulevard Direct service from Frankfurt Transit Center to Wissahickon Transit Center. Alignment change to Route 3, 5, 22, 33, 51, and 9 for Route 3. And of course, this headset is going to be dying on me. I'm going to have to use that for now. There we go. So that way, I can still be with y'all guys. So for phase 3, the implementation of SEPTA Go service in the Norristown area, alignment change about 95, 97, 98, 99, and 131. But that's not all. Additional changes and frequency improvement developing as part of the bus revolution process will be part of our FY 2018-2028 annual service plan, which will be presented in spring of 2027. That's next year. Stay tuned for more information. Annual service plan. Well, yeah, obviously. So let's just focus in on phase 1 for that phase rollout. Yeah, there should be, yeah. So let's just focus in on phase 1. Fall 2026 will introduce new connections via 2 new bus routes and I cannot say that part of the word. Extension to destinations like the Navy Yard. Sorry, excuse me. I just had a KFC for I just had a KFC for dinner. There will also be frequency improvement on several key routes, realignment that will improve optional safety and effectiveness and effectively improvement via route pattern elimination or reduction to duplicative service. So let's go into phase 1. So let's look into route 4, frequency changes. Route 4 frequency will be reduced on weekdays, Mondays to Fridays, from every 16 to 25 minutes to every 30 minutes, from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. Saturday frequency will be reduced from every 22 to 25 minutes to every 30 minutes, from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. This will improve consistent service and align service with demand. As the alternative to get you guys faster will be the B1 line, known as the Broad Street line. or either the B2 line that starts from 1 on Locust. So not just the B1 line will also be the Route 2, Route 16, and Route 45. So back from 2012, Route 4 and Route 16 has been introduced. That already replaced Route C, letter C as a cat. Route 6 frequency changes. Weekday peak hour frequency will be improved from every 11 to 13 minutes to every 10 minutes. The frequency of service will be reduced to every 30 minutes, down from every 20 minutes between 9 p.m. and midnight, and to every hour, down from 30 to 40 minutes between midnight and 4 a.m. This will allow service to redistribute. I can't even say that right, so I'm just gonna have to pass this word to where on demand is highest. So no alternative service on that because route 6 will become more frequent. Route 17, route changes and frequency service. Route 17 will be shortened to operate between 20th and Johnson and 2nd and Market or front of Market. They usually ends up front of Market instead of Penn's Landing. Service between 20th and Johnson and RGB line station at the Broad Street at Patterson Avenue will be discontinued. Weekend service to Navy Yard will be discontinued on Route 17, but 7 day service to the Navy Yard will be provided by Route 45. Frequency will be reducted from 30 minutes to every hour in the overnight period. Route 25, route changes, frequency and changes. Route 25 will be shortened to, well, okay, so for the 17 alternative service will be the B1 line, the 4, the 7, 45, 63, and the 68. The 63 was, uh, was already replaced the route G, route letter G as a giant. Route 25 route changes and frequency changes. Route 25 will be shortened to operate between Frankfurt Transit Center and Spring Garden Station, the L line service. Service to Pier 70 and Columbus Common will be discontinued on Route 25, but will be served by the new Route 76. The shortening, the shortening of the route allows frequency to be improved from every 20 to 30 minutes to every 15 minutes from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. on Mondays to Fridays. Saturdays to Sunday service will be improved from every 30 minutes to every 20 minutes. Route 25 will become an hour route, the night service, operating 24 hours per day in place of Route 73. This better aligns the owl network with demand. Owl service will operate every 60 minutes. Service will be shifted from Memphis Street and Cheddar Street to York Street and Frankfurt Avenue. In Fishtown, Aldi, Richmond, I don't know what it's on my throat. Aldi, Richmond, I don't know what it is. I'm pretty sure they meant to say Port Richmond. Port, Port Richmond. This will improve reliability by shifting operation to wider street. This service change requires an update to the Bus Revolution tariffs approved in May 2024. So the reason why it says Aldi Richmond, I have no clue where's Aldi Richmond. I mean, if you don't know, y'all could comment down below, or most likely nobody's saying much in the chat. So yeah, I don't know if somebody's watching the chat, and I think I already okay. Yeah, I'm trying to. What am I doing? So I have no clue why it says Aldi Richmond instead of Port Richmond. What I know. So let's go ahead and continue on with that. So yeah, as the alternative will be the Route 5 and 76. Route 32 frequency changes. Weekday frequency will be adjusted from consistent every 15-minute peak hour and 30-minute midday and evening service. Sunday's frequency will be improved from every 41 minutes to every 30 minutes. This will improve more predictable and consistent headways for riders. The alternative service for Route 32 will be the B1 line for 48 and 49. Route 35 will be discontinued. Route 35 will be discontinued. Service will be allocated to Route 61, which will extend it along Umbria Street, Domino Lane, Domino Lane, Domino Lane, and Ridge Avenue to Summit Loop. Riders may also use Route 9 and 27. So your actual alternatives for Route 35 will be the Route 9, 27, and 30, not 35, 61. Route 39 frequency changes. Weekday frequency will reduce from every 20 to 25 minutes to every 30 minutes. Saturday frequency from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. will be improved from every 40 to 40 minutes to every hour to every 30 minutes. This will provide more predictable and consistent headways for riders. So no alternative service for that. Route 44, route changes and frequency changes. Service to Glenwyn and service via the 23rd Street and Race Street in Philadelphia will be discontinued. Service will continue to run to Narberth on select trip during the peak only. Service will continue to run to Ardmore via Montgomery Avenue all day. Frequencies will be reduced from every 60-minute with every 20-minute peak service to Narberth. Saturday to Sunday service will be expanded to 6 a.m. to midnight. On Saturdays and 8 a.m. to midnight. Sundays on Sundays. Frequency will be reduced from every 30 minutes to every hour to provide longer service. This service change requires an update to Bus Revolution Turf approved in May of 2024. That was last year. Well, a year and a half ago. As the alternative for Route 44 will be the Conwood line and Pioli Thornhill line. The Conwood line has got to be like the R8 if I'm correct. I'm not sure. Or probably the R5. And the Pioli Thornhill line, I don't remember which type of R line it was. I think it was the R. I think that has the Pioli Thornhill line has to be the R6, but I'm not sure. Route 45 routing changes, and frequency service. I don't know. I've been saying route changes instead of routing for all those other routes. Route 45 will be extended to Navy Yards 7 days per week to replace the Navy Yard service removed from Route 17. The frequency of service after 9 p.m. will be reduced to every 60 minutes, down from 20 minutes between Center City and Broad Street at Oregon. This will allow service to redistribute. Nah, I can't even say that right, so I'm gonna have to skip that word. To where armament demand is highest. This route in the Navy Yard has changed slightly since May 2024. This requires an update to the Bus Revolution operating turf. So as the alternative service for the 45 will be the B1 line, the 4, and the 47. Route 46 frequency changes. Route 46 Saturday's frequency will be improved from every 20 minutes to every 15 minutes from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Sunday frequency will be improved from every 30 minutes to every 20 minutes from 9 to 7. This will provide consistent service and align service with demand. No alternative service for Route 46, obviously. Route 47 frequency changes. Weekdays peak service will be improved from every 8 to 9 minutes to every 7 to 8 minutes. Sunday service will be improved to every 15 minutes from 9 to 7, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Service between midnight and 5 a.m. will be improved from every 45 minutes to every 30 minutes, 7 days per week. No alternative service to that. This improvement will be dude, I cannot say that right. Service from discontinued Route 47M to Route 47 where on demand is highest. Route 47M, discontinued route. Route 47M will be M. Route 47N will be discontinued. Riders can use Route 47, Route 45, or Route 57 as an alternative. Route 49 will be shortened to operate between 33rd at Dolphin and 40th at Woodland. Service in Grays Ferry will be discontinued. Extended Route 79 will be provide service between University City and Grays Ferry. Route 49's alignment will be shifted from 20th Street to 22nd Street in Center City. The alignment in Berrytown and Strawberry Mansion will be shifted from 29th Street to 33rd Street. Weekday service from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. will be reduced from every 8 to 22 minutes to every 30 minutes. Weekend service will be reduced from every 22 minutes to every 30 minutes from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. on Saturdays and from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. So actual alternative service will be Route 48 and 79. Route 52, routing changes. Limited service to Glenwyn will be discontinued due to low ridership. Route 53, route changes, frequency changes. Changes in western terminus on Route 53 from Carpenter Woods to Carpenter Regional Rail Station to create connection to another SEPTA service. Eastern terminus would be extended to the Richmond and Westmoreland loop. Create the new connection with the Route 60, 73, and the G line, and to provide service to segment previously served by Route 89. Partners serving Hunting Park trips will be discontinued. Serving Hunting Park trips will be discontinued, and will be adjusted from every 30 minutes on weekends. This will allow service level to better match demand. There is a minor alignment changes near Carpenter Regional Rail Station. This change requires an update to the Bus Revolution route operating tariffs approved in May 2024. So the Route 53, that is similar, like what just happened during the bus lack of funding. So here's the Route 53. So I just had something in my nose, and I didn't have a napkin with me. So Route 53 usually ends at Hunting Park. So here's G Street at Hunting Park. And they're going to have Route 53 to extend further to Hunting Park, turning Kensington, Castor, Glenwood to Butler Street, turning on Aramingo and Ontario Street. So this is like the similar what just happened during the funding crisis on Route 53. Route 54, frequency changes. Route 54 frequency will be adjusted to operate every 15 minutes from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. and from 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. Service from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. will be reduced from every 15 to 18 minutes to every 20 minutes. Frequency will be improved between 9 p.m. and midnight 7 days a week. From every 45 minutes to every 30 minutes, this change will better align service with demand. Route 57, route changes, frequency changes. Route 57 alignment will be changing from Crescentville to operate via Front Street and Godfrey Avenue to Frontenac Transit Center, routing Cle- on Champloss Avenue, Crescentville Road, Cheltenham Avenue, and 6th Street will be discontinued. Route K and New Route 72 providing service in East Oak Lane and Crescentville. Trips to Packer Marine Terminal will be discontinued. Weekend frequency will be reduced from every 10 to 20 minutes to every 15 minutes. This service change requires an update to the Bus Revolution route operating tariffs approved in May 2024. Route 60 changes, routing changes, frequency changes. Route 60 will be extended from 35th and Allegheny to Wissahickon Transit Center to create a new connection between North Philadelphia and Wissahickon Transit Center. Frequency use on Allegheny Avenue will be improved every 10 minutes on weekdays between 6 to 6 and every 15 minutes from 6 p.m. to midnight. This route will be extended every 20 minutes to Wissahickon Transit Center between 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. every 30 minutes between 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. Pattern service Delaware Avenue, Lewis Street will be discontinued to offset the cost of frequency improvement and align service with demand. So they don't usually go. Route 60 don't even usually go through Delaware Avenue and Lewis Street unless they doing the construction going on at Richmond and Westmoreland, just like what they just did already. Well, not just that, but that's already happened a while. Like I'm probably around until 2023. I'm not sure. Route 61 route changes. Route 61 will be extended to Summit Loop via Umbria Street, Domino Lane, and Ridge Avenue. Route 61 will provide service similar to today. This will improve service to segment previously served by Route 35 and will be discontinued use of flood prone proponent of the line at container loop. So, no. Route 62, discontinue route. Route 62 will be discontinued. Riders can use Route 9, 27, and 61 as the alternative service. So as the alternative service, just like what they said, Route 9, 27, and 61. Or also the Northtown Manahawk loop. Well, not Manahawk. Northtown and Manahawk line, known as the R5. Route 64. I had a funny feeling I'm going to drop my water. Route 64. Routing changes, frequency changes. Route 64 will be realigned in South Philadelphia to stay on Grace Ferry Avenue instead of Wharton, Wharton Street and Reed Street. Route 79 extension will provide service in Grace Ferry. All trips will operate to Parkside Loop, Western Terminus instead of some trips terminating at 49th by Woodland. This will provide a more consistent all-day connection between South Philadelphia and West Philadelphia. Frequency will be improved to every 12 minutes from 6 to 9, and from every 20 minutes to every 15 minutes from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. While 72 will be the new route operating from Frankfurt Transit Center, while for 64 alternative service will be the route 12, 29, and 79. So I believe that that kind of looks similar during the funding crisis that already happened until September 13th when the judge ordered to restore all bus service that were discontinued or shortened and all that type of stuff. So this like the 63, the 53, and the 25. Well, a little bit different on the 25. will be the similar like what they did during the funding crisis, but the 25 is going to be different. Well, kind of like a lot of different when they get to South Philadelphia. Well, by the time they get to Spring Garden. So here's about 72. That one goes for Frankfurt. Go down to Pratt Street where about 82 and the 8, the 20, well, the 24 goes continuing through Pratt Street. But the 8 and 82 turns out the Boulevard to meet with the K and the 41. And the Route 1 for now. When they get to Adams Street, they'll turn to Crescentville Road to get to Cheltenham Avenue to get to Cedarbrook Plaza. So they will meet with Route 18 at Cedarbrook Plaza. So about this is the new Route 76, but we'll be talking about that later on. So new Route 72 operates from Frankfurt Transit Center to Cedarbrook Plaza via Press Street, Roosevelt Boulevard, Adams Avenue, Crescentville Road. This will run every 30 minutes, and this will create new connection on a Cheltenham Avenue. And it's not going to drop mine. All right, had to change headset because the other one dying. I gotta I gotta buy me a new headphone so that way I don't have to use this crappy headset earbuds instead of having me worried about charging them. All right, let's continue on with this. That the 73 frequency changes. Route 73 weekday service from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. from 2 to 7 p.m. will reduce from every 20 to 25 minutes to every 30 minutes. Route 73 will be removed from the OWL network, shifting overnight service to Route 25. This weekday service to operate from 4 a.m. to midnight. Saturday service will operate from 5 a.m. to midnight. Sunday service will operate from 6 a.m. to midnight. As the alternative for Route 73 during the night owl service will be about 25. And of course, that needs to start to act up. Route 76, the new route. New Route 76 operates from Columbus Common to Rising Sun Avenue and Olney Avenue via Columbus Boulevard, Frankfurt Avenue, G Street, Whittaker Avenue, Adams Avenue. It will run every 30 minutes. This will create a new route connection between North Philadelphia and South Philadelphia. This will create a new route connection between North Philadelphia and South Philadelphia, replacing discontinued segment of Route 25. Route 78 will be discontinued due to a low ridership. Route 78 currently provides two late night trips. Route 78 currently to provide two late night trip from Cornwall's High to Center City. Okay, so if they're gonna have the 78, then why is it gonna run on nighttime if nobody's not gonna be on nighttime? Like literally makes no sense. Like then why would you gonna have the 78 running on nighttime, 2 times per trip, 2 trip per day? Makes no sense. Route changing, frequency changing on Route 79. Route 79 will be extended to 40th Street and Market from the current western terminus at Snyder Vera. That's has to be at 29th at Snyder. I don't know why it says. Well, I guess it's where they actually started it or terminating it instead of 29th at Snyder. The route will operate every 15 minutes on Snyder Avenue and every 30 minutes from Snyder at Vera to University City, 40th on Market. 40th on Market, like that's not even at Center City. Like, is it, or is it actually at Center City? I'm not sure. Let me see. Let's see. There we go. Google Map. There you go, Philadelphia. Get the hell out of here. I don't know why this pops. That shit pops up. Don't tell me this is actually. No, I don't. I don't think it's not even at University City. No, that's University of Pennsylvania. I'm looking for University City. There you are, University City. Is it actually in University City? Yes, it is. Actually, no. Yes, it is. That is not actually University City. But I'm pretty sure this has. Well, never mind. So yeah, it is actually 40th Market is actually part of the University City area. So, anyways, back on that. This will create a new connection between South Philadelphia and the growing job center of University City. Route 80, discontinue route. Route 80 will be discontinued. Route 80 is an express service that operates between Horsham and Alney Transit Center. Ridership has declined significantly, significantly since 2019, and the same connection can be made with the transfer on the local Route 22, 51, and 310. So why is the 80 still here if people doesn't want to have the 80 running? Half the alternative service will be the Route 22, 51, 55, 72, and 310. Route 89 discontinued. That's the one I was talking about earlier. Route 89 will be discontinued route. Route is duplicative to other routes. Customer can use Route 3, 5, 25, 41, 43, 53, 56, 75, 76, and K as an alternative service. Here's the routes that'll be alternative service for Route 89. We're not going to say that because I already read them. Route 105, route changing. Route 105 and 106 will be combined into new Route 105. I don't know why it says new Route 105 if 105 still exists. The new route will be operating between 69th Street Transit Center and Rosemont every 30 minutes. It will operate to Paoli every 60 minutes, every hour, whatever. This will be alignment change in Overbrook from Malvern Avenue and Lancaster Avenue to Hartford Avenue and City Avenue. Service will be discontinued to Suburban Square to create a straighter, more direct alignment. Service will be maintained to Waynewood Shopping Center to service a key destination from riders. As the alternative for Route 105, I guess they talk about somewhere the Suburban Square will be discontinued. For the M Line service, that's the Norristown, Route 31, 65, 103, and the Paoli Thornhill line, or the R5. No, that's R6 actually. Route 106, discontinue route. Route 106 will be discontinued. Riders can use route can use the extended Route 105 as the alternative on Lancaster Avenue. There will be no alternative service available in Penway. As the alternative for Route 106 is the M Line, 31, 65, 103, 105, and the Paoli Thornhill line. So phase two, we'll be talking about that the next time. I believe that will be until next other week. So the 105 will be a similar like there's 105. It's gonna be the similar like what they do to during the funding crisis. So yeah, the 89 there'll be no 89 service going through. There'll be no service going through Tioga and B Street and Venango Street between Kensington and Frankfurt Ave, and also no service between M Street and Wyoming Street Avenue. and not even on that side of direction. That side. So yeah. So same thing as the 105 looks similar during the funding crash. Route 106 will be discontinued. So this has to be the suburban square. What they talking about? I'm seeing the M line service. Do they even? Okay, so the 103 actually goes there. So so here's the 117. They never said anything about Route 117. So Route 117 changing route along the new Middletown Road to serve the Elwyn Regional Rail Station and the Elwyn School. So service between New Middletown Road will be discontinued. Here's the Wawa station right here. Phase 2 will be talking about that for next other week. So I think they gotta be blanking aiming for. So usually the 89 goes through the Haunted Park from G Street to M Street. Here's the 89. So the 53 will be extending. Passing through Erie Toy Station for the L line. Turns at Castor. It's going to be the same as usual for like what they did during the funding crisis. So this line right here is where the New Jersey Transit Atlantic City line passed through. Those tracks. So here's Walmart, Chick-fil-A right here. So this is where the 89 usually goes to. Now this is going to be the Route 53 passing through here. And then turns on Aaron Mingle like the Route 89 usually do. Meets with the 25 that will be running more frequent. And then once it gets to Ontario, they will turn here. So it looks like there's gonna be no stops running through. I don't think they may not gonna have to stop on Ontario, which is they should. Turn on Richmond to get to Richmond and Westmoreland here to meet with the 50, the 60, the 73, and the G line service. So the new 76 will be provided surveys. No, there's no. So the 76 will not going to pass through Spring Garden. So as the alternative for that, also an alternative for that, you're going to have to get off at Frankfurt out Delaware Avenue where the G line service usually used to pass through. So, yeah. And then the new Route 76 will cover up the Columbus Boulevard to meet with the Route 4 lines, Route 7, 29, and the 64. 64 will be becoming frequently, and the 76 will continuing on, and here's where the 25 usually ends at. Meet with a 7. I don't know if the 63 was still going to be going. I don't think so. I know the 63 usually. Let me go to 56th Street because I'm pretty sure if I could find the L. There you are, L9, 38th Street. Where's 56? There's 60. There you are, 56. So I don't. Uh, start going. Okay, so not going south, outbound. So is it actually going to? No, I actually we're not going to go to Columbus Common no more during the phase two. So they're actually going to end at Pack, Packer Avenue. So here's the Citizens Bank Park where the Phillies usually play at, and here's the Lincoln Financial Field where the Eagles play at. Xfinity Mobile Area Arena, formerly as Wells Fargo Center, where the Sixers and the Flyers usually play at. So yeah. But how about for the northern area? The 65. So they were talking about the 65 from the previous bus revolution. They were talking about the 65 extending through to Fern Rock Transit Center, going through Omni. This is Omni Street or Omni Avenue. No, that's Germantown. So they were talking about the extension of the 65 to Fern Rock. Where is Omni? I don't know what that just did. There we go. No, but I actually did a mistake. There we go. I fixed it. So where is Bosch? There's Bosch Street. So they were talking about the here's the boulevard where they turn into a hunting park. Here's Olney Transit Center area. So they were talking about the 65 passing through Olney Transit Center to get to Fern Rock Transit Center. So Chew Avenue will get turned into Olney Avenue, and this is where. So this is Philly. Is that John Avenue? Yeah, that's John Avenue. Yeah. So unfortunately, they were not going to have the 65 extending to Fern Rock anymore. I know there was going to be about 70 that were supposed to go through Rising Sun when they turn from Common Ave. And around 18 were supposed to enter Frankfurt Transit Center instead of Fox Chase. So I guess those stuff were not going to happen for now. Oh yeah, speaking of that, so they were going to have the Boulevard Direct. No, that's right for that. They were going to have the Boulevard Direct to run every 15 minutes. So unfortunate, they're going to extend the Boulevard Direct further to Wissahickon Transit Center to make connections. So yeah, I'll go ahead and no, actually, hold on. I just want to see another. Oh yeah, speaking of the Boulevard Direct, they were gonna have the Route 50 discontinued during the bus revolution, but for this type of phases of FY 2027, they're gonna leave 50 alone. So this is Route 50. So for now, they'll leave that alone. They will be introducing Route 83, 85, 87. So I guess none of this will not going to be happening for now. They did say about the Route 105 will be discontinued, and which is actually going to be true because due to the fact of the low ridership, we'll be talking about that for the next live stream about the bus network. So yeah, I will go ahead and conclude this live stream, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, thank you all for watching this live stream. Comment, like, subscribe, and I'll meet you guys until my next live stream. Well, I'll meet you guys until my next live stream, which is until next Thursday.